You know what I hate about Asian parents? They're so honest. Like, they have no filter. They have no editing system. Whatever they think, they say. This is my dad. Good morning, Dad. You look ugly today. You look horrible. Don't go outside. You are ugly. You made me, motherfucker. When I was in high school, I used to bring girls into my house, right? I would introduce them to my dad. My dad would tell them stories about me, like secrets. Like dark shit. Hey, Dad, this is Stephanie. When Bobby was a little kid, he ate the dog poop in the front lawn. I said, hey, don't eat that. He said, I only had one piece. Nice to meet you, you know. He still does it today. Hey, Dad, this is Cindy. When we lived in Minnesota, Bobby was molested by a retarded guy. I said, how did he get molested by a retard? I don't know. Yes, I was molested. Do you know why? I love candy.
I have a 19-year-old daughter. We grew up together. She raised the hell out of me. She did a really good job. She was telling me today about some shit I didn't even know about. But she looked me in my eye, in my face, in my house, and she's like, I hate you. I said, I'm so glad you said it first, because I hate you too. We have something in common. You are mediocre and entitled, and that's not a good combination. I really don't like you. I love the people that don't have kids when you judge, because let me tell you something. You can judge us all you want. One day you'll be a mom and you'll understand what I'm saying. This woman came up to me in Indiana and said, I would never call my daughter a bitch. I said, how old is your daughter? She said 3. I said, well, that's child abuse. You shouldn't be calling your daughter a bitch. But when that bitch turns 16, you're gonna say, fuck you, bitch, get the fuck out of my house. And you tell your father I said to pick you up from the curb. I can't believe you. How dare you? You know what I'm talking about, right? That's a grown-ass woman right there. You know the young moms, the ones parading up and down the airplane with the crying newborn baby. And they want you to be impressed. They show you the baby. And everybody's fucking mad because I'm like, bitch, we've seen a baby before. If it was a dinosaur, we'd be impressed. It's a fucking baby. Shut it up and give it Benadryl like the rest of us. The fuck down, stupid bitch. I hate him. Can't stand him.
So just recently left a day job. I'm a former teacher, 12 years in the city, one of those hot teachers. And I'll tell you, worked for a small program called A Couple Kids Left Behind. Some great work with the Big Brothers, Big Mothers program. And I'll tell you, you gotta talk to these parents about bad news. You gotta open up with some good news. Before you get to the meat of the sandwich, the bad news, make sure you say something nice at the end called a good news sandwich. I'm like, your son, he finished all his homework, but he stabbed me. I'm okay. Here's a bad day at work. On a field trip, a little girl stepped in dog doo and then wiped it off on the back of my pant leg. And I can't rub her nose in it, right? I can't do that. I gotta be professional. I gotta document it. I gotta talk to the girl's parents. I gotta push her down a flight of stairs. You can't do that. You can pay another kid to do it.
My friend had a kid, and I go, why would you do that? He goes, I didn't plan on it. I was like, okay, fine. A lot of people weren't planned. I wasn't planned. I'm just saying, as a culture, can we begin to plan this stuff? Wouldn't it be a better world? Like, nobody ever bought an animal without planning it. I've never been walking home with a horse, and my landlord is like, hey, you live in a 1-bedroom, and I'd be like, oh, my bad. You know, I didn't plan this house. I fell in love with the big guy. You know, he's got a side nose. Yeah, we tighten the elevator, but makes me a bad guy. I didn't plan it. Somebody should plan this, man. They're chopping down forests all over the world to make room for more people. In China, there's limited room for panda bears. I don't want to live in a world without pandas. You know? Every time you have a baby, a panda dies. Not you guys, but other people. I'm saying, can we, as everybody's always, can't there be a screening process? If you want to have a baby, shouldn't you have to answer some basic questions? Go to the DMV, fill out some paperwork. You want to have a kid? Okay. Are you a complete screw up? Yeah? No babies for you. And then everybody's like, well, how do we define screw up? Let's start here. Are you in and out of prison on methamphetamine-related felonies? Yeah? No babies for you, you know? Do you already have 3 kids call you by your first name? Yeah? No more babies for you. Are you under the impression Red Lobster is a legitimately good restaurant? You're gonna have to think about that before you apply again. Give it a year. I'm just saying we're always celebrating Mother's Day and Father's Day, and that's wonderful. We should, but can we also celebrate a day of self-restraint? A day where someone said to themselves, I'm not cut out for this job, and I'm not gonna burden the kid and planet Earth with my issues. Can we have a national pull-out day? Just, have a good life. Thank you guys for coming.
So I got like kids and shit, man. It's fucking I have 2 children now. I have, I don't know, I have another one happening, I guess. Something, my wife was like, oh, we have too much money. What the fuck is all this money? Let's have another kid. And, do you know that kids do, like, there's different things they have to, I don't know what they're called, like rites of, okay, like, you know how kids crawl? Obviously, like, you go, oh, good, our kid's crawling. He's not, like, fucked up. Do you know what I mean? Like, you want him to crawl. You know what I mean? Like, they crawl and they walk. That's, like, important also. But do you know one of the ones at the beginning is turning over? Did you know that? Like, when a baby flips over, that's, like, a big deal. See, like, no, but guys, like, don't, because you shouldn't, it's fucking stupid. You don't need to. But my wife was like, Jamie, oh my God. She goes, come in here, you missed it. I was watching a basketball game. She goes, the baby, oh my God, it flipped over. The baby flipped over, you missed it. And I go, who gives a fuck? What do you mean, who gives a... And she gave me this mean look, and I was like, no, I mean, like, who gives a fuck? I do. Like a cheer, like, I give a fuck. Hooray! Who gives a fuck? And, but she was worried. We had a neighbor whose baby, like, didn't flip over for a long time, and she came over, and she was like, oh, our baby hasn't flipped over. Like, what do we do? And I didn't know her very well, but I was like, you know what? You're going to be fine. Like, your baby's going to be fine. And she was like, how do you know? You're not like a doctor or anything. And I was like, here's how I know. It's because we don't all, like as adults, have a friend at work, like that can't fucking flip over. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like we all eventually get it. Do you know, like you don't go to the beach and there's like one guy like, can somebody turn me over? I never learned to do that. I had never learned to do that as a kid.
Funny, I have a son and a daughter. I tell my son, don't fucking get married ever to my daughter. You lock it up, baby. And get your money, mija. I have an older daughter, too. She's like 21, 22. Yeah, I know, we fuck early. Dude, she's hot. I hate that shit. I'm a dad. I want a hot daughter. I want a fucking, hello, daddy. You know what I'm saying? I want a creepy bitch. You know what I'm saying? Scare me. Daddy, well, fuck, you scared the shit out of me. I'm sorry, Dad. I lost my bell. We'll get you another bell, creepy. I gotta. My friends always ask, like, anybody have kids here, boy and girl, a boy and a girl? What would you rather have, Jen? A lesbian daughter or a gay son? Fuck no, lesbian daughter, any day of the fucking week. Hell yeah, I can still kick it with her, you know what I'm saying? Hey, bring some beer with me, huh? Watch the game with me. Be at the mall, you know what I'm saying? Be at the fucking mall checking out chicks. Man, go check it out, go get it. I don't be at the dress shop with my son. How's this look, Dad? Fuck, we'll take it. Here's the credit card, we'll be in the car. But we're Mexican, we don't say gay, we say hasn't found nobody yet. Yeah, hasn't found nobody yet. Is he gay? No, he hasn't found nobody yet. Who's that with him? Oh, he hasn't found nobody either. They're looking together. He drives a pink Sentra. He had bad credit, that's all he can get.
I want to be a positive image to people, right? I have a little sister, she's 7. That's a big age group. When I take her out, people assume she's my kid. So they're always like, oh, it's such a shame to have a baby so young. Who's the father? I'm like, I don't know, my dad. You stop asking questions pretty quickly. Now, he wants to send her to a private school, which I think is stupid. I was like, Dad, I went to public school. I'm perfect. I'm just like everybody else in America. Mildly depressed with a fake gluten allergy, okay? I am killing it. But he thinks that public schools teach that America is a racist country. And I was like, Dad, it is. I don't know where you've been. But I'd love to be in a classroom where a teacher is explaining racism to 5-year-olds. And she's just like, okay, kids. Today we're going to learn about the colors using our 64 crayon Crayola box. Now that's yellow, that's the color of the sun. And that's blue, that's the color of the sky. And that's black, that's the color of oppression. You see how the black crayon's all tiny and nubby because it's been used over and over and over again by all the other crayons, and then try to dig down deep in the box to get it, but you can't. It's held down by crack cocaine within its community. Then you're like, oh, I'll use the white crayon. It's perfect. It's pristine. Then you realize it's the shittiest crayon in the box. Kevin marked on the fucking paper. So you're still trying to dig down and get it. It's like, ah, fuck it. I'll use the brown crayon. Does the same job, but for cheaper.
Life changes when you have kids, that's certainly true. I think there's nothing more frightening than the first night at home with a newborn as a new parent. That's scary shit, man. The first night when you come home. And I think my son could tell that we were a little wound up because he had this look on his face like he was going, can I talk to a manager? Is there anybody? What happened to the nurse lady that was around for the last few days? She seemed to know what she was. No, you guys are wonderful. Is there a supervisor here that I could talk to? But it all changes when you have your second kid. You know, that first time you have a kid and you're in the delivery room and you're waiting to see your baby for the first time, that's a magical moment. It's a very grand moment. That's like proof of a higher power moment. You know, you're like, holy shit, this is the fucking miracle of childbirth. This is my baby. We created this child out of our love. I will forever remember this moment in time. This is beautiful. The second time you see your baby for the first time and you go, oh, fuck. Because you know what you're getting into the second time around. You know how bad it sucks. You know? I mean, having a kid is great, but just that first 3 months just fucking blows donkey dick so badly. It's just so bad. And you could tell, like, the enthusiasm for being a parent wanes with every kid. You know what I mean? The more kids you have, the less pictures you take. Have you ever noticed that? First kid, 10,000 fucking pictures a day. It's like flip book animation. You can watch the kid grow up, right? Second kid, special occasions, birthdays, milestones, first steps. Third kid, you know what? I got my hands full. I'll remember this moment, all right? I'll just mental snapshot. We're good. I'm moving on, man. I'm the fifth of 5 kids. I got like a pencil sketch of me that a police artist did when they left me at a fucking rest stop. That's what. There's no evidence. You would think that I just showed up at 18. Hey, what's up? You guys mind if I crash in the shitty bedroom that nobody wants? Nobody's ever honest with you when you're about to have kids. Nobody wants to blow your mind and scare the hell out of you, you know what I mean? I remember when we first told everybody we were pregnant with our first kid, we were at a barbecue, and I was standing with a group of guys, like 5 guys that all had kids, you know? And so I was like, guys, tell me, what's it like, man? What can I expect, you know, when I have kids? And they went one by one down the line, and it was like they were brainwashed, you know what I mean? That it's the greatest experience I've ever had in my life. Purest form of love you'll ever know. It opened up chambers of my heart, blah, blah, blah. And then there was one guy with a beer and like a 1,000-yard stare going, I don't know, man. I'm sorry, what was that? He goes, don't get me wrong, I love my kids, but if I knew then what I know now. And the worst part was that was my dad. That was my father standing right in front of you, you son of a bitch.
I'm a dad. How many proud parents do we have? Clap it up. We got proud parents. Nice. How about disappointed parents? Do we have any disappointed parents? Is it the same people clapping? Is that what's happening? Anybody here ever disappoint their own parents? I have. Get this, dude. My first job, I worked at Baskin Robbins. I got fired for licking my fingers. I didn't even argue. I was like, that sounds like something I would do. And my wife, she has like no sympathy. You know, I told my wife, I go, you know, my first job, I got fired from Baskin Robbins, and she's like, did they give you 31 reasons? I remember licking my fingers because I remember if it was more than 2 scoops, it would melt, and I would be like, Hashtag real talk. I hope my son doesn't. I just want when you're a dad, you want your kid to be like. Now my son is 6, but we were so nervous, right? He's 6 years old. Like when they first get right, like what's our baby gonna look like? That first kid. You see, you're gorgeous. You know, you just take a picture, take another picture of a guy. You shake your phone. There's an app for that, right? See, not that long ago, guys, you had to have sex and wait 9 months. And you never knew what was gonna come out, right? And we all say the same thing. We just want our baby to be healthy. And we do, but we also don't want to be in the hospital. Push, push. Mama, red rum, mama. Your side of the family. Oh my God, help me. Spanish, Dios mío, chupacabra, chupacabra.